Now, the continuation of atomic structure. Last class we had seen that how the elements lose electrons or gain electrons, and from there we determine its valency. Now metals, they lose electrons to form cations or positively charged ions. So let us see some examples. Sodium, it has 11 electrons. So its electronic configuration becomes 281. It loses one electron and it attains the outermost shell, becomes an octet. That means outermost shell is filled. We call it an octet. So calcium, on the other hand, it has 2 valence electrons. After losing 2 electrons, see, the outermost shell also has attained an octet, that means 8 electrons. In case of aluminium, which has electronic configuration of 283, after losing 3 electrons, it also attains an octet, which means the outermost shell has to have 8 electrons. So that means by attaining an octet, an atom becomes stable. And that is the aim of the atom, to become stable. And metals, in this case, they lose electrons to attain an octet and become stable. Now, what about its valency? Now, in case of metals, the number of electrons lost will be its valency. In this case, sodium has lost 1 electron, so its valency is 1. Calcium has lost 2 electrons, so its valency is 2. Aluminium loses 3 electrons to have its valency as 3. So they lose electrons in order to attain stability, and that they do by attaining an octet. Now, again you just see that the valency is reflected in its charges, the charge of its cation. Sodium, 1 valency, see, it's reflected in its charge +1. Calcium loses 2 electrons, its valency is +2, which is reflected from its charge. Aluminium has lost 3 electrons, valency is 3. Coming to non-metals. Now non-metals gain electrons. Again, the purpose of gaining electrons is to attain stability or an octet. So let us come to fluorine. It has 9 electrons. Okay. Electronic configuration is 2,7. So to attain an octet, it needs to gain 1 electron in its outer shell. So it gains electron and becomes 2,8, and its charge becomes F-. So it forms an anion, that is a negatively charged ion. In the same way, oxygen with 6 valence electrons, it has to gain 2 electrons to attain an octet, 2,8. And its oxide is having a valency of -2. Nitrogen with 5 valence electrons, it needs 3 electrons to attain an octet, and in this way its valency becomes 3 and it attains a charge of 3-. So you can see that the number of electrons gained, fluorine gains 1 electron and its valency is 1, and it is also reflected in its charge -1. Oxygen gains 2 electrons, so its valency is 2, and it is reflected in its charge of the anion, that is -2. Nitrogen gains 3 electrons, so its valency is 3, and it is reflected in its charge -3. So non-metals also gain electrons with a motive to attain an octet or stability. Now, there are some non-metals like carbon, whose atomic number is 6. If we see its electronic configuration, it is 2, 4. So such atoms with 4 valence electrons, they will neither lose electrons nor gain electrons. So they will not form any form of ion, whether it is a cation or an anion. They will only attain an octet by sharing its 4 electrons with other atoms. So its valency is 4, but it is done by only sharing electrons. Now, what about the inert gases or the noble gases? So the inert gas or the noble gas, its outermost shell is already filled with 8 electrons like neon and argon. Whose electronic configuration is 28 and 288. So the last shell or the valence shell is already having 8 electrons, or it has already attained an octet. So already it is having a stable electronic configuration. So it will neither lose electron nor gain electron or share electron. In this case, its valency is 0. So what is a chemical bond? A chemical bond is a force of attraction between 2 or more atoms to form a new entity. Now, chemical bonds are of 2 types. One type is ionic or electrovalent, which is formed between a metal and a non-metal. And the other type is covalent, which is formed between 2 or more non-metals. So from the electronic configuration itself, we will be able to understand which is the metal non-metal. We can find the valency. So if you are asked to find the type of bonds between any 2 elements, we can do it easily. So let us see how. So students, as we can see, we write the electronic configuration 282, 24, 287 and 26. So from its valence electrons, you will be able to identify it as a metal or non-metal. So 2 valence electrons, so it is a metal. 4 valence electron, so as I told that it is a non-metal, but it can share only 4 electrons. It will neither lose nor gain. So it is a non-metal. Then 7 valence electron means it is a non-metal. And again 6 valence electron means this is also a non-metal. What about the valency? Now metals lose electrons. So 2 electrons it has lost to attain an octet. So valency is 2. Now coming to B. It has 4 valence electrons which will share this 4 valence electrons with another atoms. So this is how its valency becomes 4. What about C? C is having 7 electrons, so it needs 1 more to attain an octet. So it will be valency is 1. And D, it is having 6, so it needs 2 more, so its valency is 2. Now let us see the formula of the compound. So how do you write the formula? Now between A and D, A is having the valency of 2. So A has valency 2 and D is having valency 2. Okay, so how do you write the formula? You write it AD, A's valency goes to D, D's valency goes to A, and it is what you call simplified, and you write it as AD. So the formula of the compound between A and D is AD. Now just have a look. A is a metal and D is a non-metal. So we have seen that if the bond between a metal and a non-metal, the nature of the bond will be ionic or electrovalent. So whenever we will be able to identify the element metal and non-metal, the bond formed will be electrovalent or ionic. Now coming to B and C. Now the valency of B, it is 4. The valency of C is 1. So What is the valency of B? 4, and C, it is 1. So how to write the formula? We write BC first. B's valency 4 comes to C, and C's valency 1 comes to B. But we don't write 1 because it is already understood. So it is BC4. So the formula between B and C is BC4, and you just have a look about the nature of the element. B is also a non-metal, C is also a non-metal. So the nature of the bond between B and C will be covalent. So that brings us to the end of atomic structure.